Picture this. You meet someone new. They smile, shake your hand, and say, "Hi, I'm Sarah." You smile back, say, "Nice to meet you, Sarah." And then, 5 seconds later, your brain suddenly goes, "Wait, what was her name again? Sound familiar?" If so, don't worry, you're not rude, you're not careless, and your memory probably isn't broken. In fact, psychology has a fascinating explanation for why names are one of the first things we forget. Most people think forgetting names is a memory problem, but surprisingly, it's often an attention problem. Because when you're meeting someone new, your brain is usually busy doing something else. Do I look confident? What should I say next? Do they seem friendly? Am I making good eye contact? While all of that is happening, the person's name slips by almost unnoticed. Your ears hear it, but your brain never properly processes it, and if information never gets encoded properly, it can't be remembered later. Quick question, have you ever introduced yourself to someone, forgotten their name immediately, and then spent the next 10 minutes avoiding saying their name at all costs? The problem gets worse because names are surprisingly difficult for the brain to store. Think about it. If someone tells you they're a doctor, a teacher, or a musician, your brain instantly connects those words to existing concepts. But a name like Sarah, Michael, or Jason? It's often just a label. Labels are harder to remember because they don't automatically create meaning. Psychologists sometimes describe memory as a network of associations. The more connections information has, the easier it becomes to retrieve. A profession has meaning, a hobby has meaning, a story has meaning, but a name by itself often has very few mental hooks attached to it. That's why you might remember everything someone told you about their life, and still forget what they're called. What's fascinating is that anxiety can make this even worse. When people are nervous, their attention narrows. They're so focused on managing the interaction that they pay less attention to details like names, which creates an unfortunate cycle. You forget the name, you panic, you become more distracted, and now you're even less likely to remember it. But here's the good news. There are ways to dramatically improve name recall. The solution begins with attention. Instead of thinking about what you're going to say next, focus completely on the introduction. When you hear the name, repeat it. "Nice to meet you, Sarah." That simple repetition strengthens memory. Next, create an association. Maybe Sarah loves hiking, maybe Michael wears glasses, maybe Jason works in marketing. The more mental connections you create, the easier the name becomes to retrieve later. And finally, use the name naturally during the conversation, not excessively, but enough to reinforce it. Because memory isn't built through exposure alone, it's built through retrieval. Every time you successfully recall the name, you're strengthening the pathway that leads back to it. The people who seem amazing at remembering names aren't always born with better memories. They're often just paying closer attention during the first few seconds, and those few seconds make all the difference. So the next time you forget someone's name moments after meeting them, don't be too hard on yourself. You're experiencing something incredibly common. Because remembering names isn't just about memory, it's about attention, association, and giving your brain a reason to care about the information it's receiving. If you enjoyed this psychology breakdown, leave a comment below. What's the longest you've gone pretending you remembered someone's name when you actually didn't? And if you want more psychology insights that help you better understand yourself and the people around you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.